Welcome to anybody who stopped by this late. I'm going to be doing some fiddly things with the two templates tonight, just making small corrections here and there. I'm going to try and figure out this fin bend that happens from the neck to the wing, and make some small corrections as we go. If I was to fix this layer on top of everything, the things I want to fix for hopefully this tonight is I want to fix this. I maybe want to revisit this paw, which maybe should be like a little bit more side view. I'm not 100% happy with that. And then the little things over here. So we'll just be doing some little tweaks here. There is no live chat for this stream because our moderators are in bed. So I'll just be kind of running this without a live chat. So if you're around, this is going to be a very fiddly stream. No major changes are going to be happening to the templates. But if that's kind of your thing and that's interesting, then feel free to watch. I hope you have a good night. Oh, and I did something with my mic. It turns out Windows was throttling my mic volume, which is why I was so quiet all the time. So I'm back down to the normal amount of decibels, and I'm hoping that this isn't too loud. So we'll see how this goes. If the audio balance is bad, let me know on the, I guess in the comments or on the forums. But hopefully this isn't too bad. Oh, I just realized that I had my mic muted while I was trying to talk. I was saying that I think that this resolves my issue with the spinning around of the fin if I want it to connect up to the wing. This is a very tight space. There's not a lot of room and it can create a lot of tangents. And it effectively needed to go on its side because it's not spinning around to show you the back. It's the front, it's the side, and it's the front again. Or I should say it's the underside, it's the side, and it's the underside again. You never see the back. But it's to give the opportunity to show some of the back of the neck and show that the fin is happening along the side of the neck. So I think that looks good. The next area that I was saying that I wanted to work on was going to be this fin here. I like where it curves around in the back. I think that works well. I don't like this area that I've circled. I think that the spines are at the wrong angle to kind of be the mirrored side. So I'm going to play with this a little bit and we'll see what happens. I'm going to put the music back on for a little while. Thanks for stopping by. Again, for anybody just joining, we worked on this dragon earlier today in a couple streams, and I'm now down to the fiddly bits, just the little doodle bobbers that are kind of like bothering me that I think could be fixed up a little bit. And this dragon is particularly challenging because there's so much stuff like twisting around in space. It's a little bit challenging for me, but I think it looks fun. So we'll see how this goes. that I'm looking at this, I still don't like it, and I'm willing to bet that this is another case of side view. They're probably all supposed to be stacked up on top of each other for what I'm looking for. So here we go again. Like I say, this is going to be a fiddly stream. I think that's reading a little bit better to me. I am debating making it taller, but I'm going to come back to that. But I think I like it better than when we started, and there's a real easy way to tell. What's this? Okay. And that'll be just to revert this. So save, and then if I go into history and revert it. Yeah, I do like that better. Now, one thing I do want to do is I want to make sure that these sketches both have a similar line weight and similar level of detail, because I feel like the bouncing illustration might have a greater level of detail than the non-bouncing one, but if they look okay face to face, then it's all good. Oh no, I think this guy's got the same twisting. I'll have to look at it. This is very cluttered here. It might make sense to put all the spines on their sides again. So some of these fix these might be related to shadow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna clean these up a bit. This tail here has a weird little bend in it. I don't like it. It goes like that. Or I think it should be a nice smooth swoop. So I'm going to see if we can fix that. I also don't know what's going on here. That was a choice. So I'm going to try and see if we can get this to look more like a nice smooth scoop shape. Alright, I see what that weird little guy over here was all about. It's because these are representing both sides of the fin and they're in pairs. So if we look at this V shape, that is that pair. And if we look at this fin, which I do like how this looks visually in terms of the outer shape it forms, but it's here and it doesn't have a little buddy. So I'm going to have to think about if I want to end this early or maybe scoop this guy around to kind of take on that shape. That might be the best solution. But I think that's what happened here that has caused this. Okay, these two are a pair, these two are a pair, these two are a pair. Those are a pair, those are a pair. These are a weird pair. Yeah, this needs to be brought up longer and more scooped around, and then this has to go. And I think that should resolve the weirdness that's happening here. Because there was just something about this I just didn't like. So with that in mind, I do need to get rid of this, but I'm gonna keep. Okay, I've got the line drawn. I'm gonna see what I can do with this scoop shape that I'm taking out, or this spine. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I am much happier with that tail shape than when we started. If I go back into the history and we look at this, that's kind of a wonky little thing. It's got a crook in the tail, and then it's got this weird overlap here. And now if we look at it, everything's paired up, everything's matched up. It's a smooth tail. So now I'm going to go back through and clean up the template to actually go within these lines. Fins. Okay. For anyone who's just joining, I'm doing another cleanup stream on the new ancient pose, but also I'm kind of going back and working on the pose that we did last week, just to kind of get the template feeling better, especially after like having had a week away from it. Like I'm now seeing, things I didn't when I was drawing it, things that started to look normal, even with flipping the canvas. So with a piece of art like this, when so many artists like have to make jeans for it, and then we have the people who make skins for it and do all those amazing designs, it's worth it to make sure the template is in relatively good order. Some of the earlier Flight Rising templates have fun little drawing quirks that many artists are aware of, myself most of all. But hoping to be able to avoid that going forward. I don't think it's ever going to be possible not to have like an error get through, but if we can minimize them, that would be nice. Just get things looking as nice as they can. All right, so fins. Oops. And if you were here for the first stream, you know that I do fade out the fin tips to transparency, and this is so that part of the primary gene color can show through in the secondary area, so they don't look quite as much like two puzzle pieces that have been put together. It looks more like a little bit more cohesive when you can have a little bit of the primary color popping up through the spines. So I'm going to just do a layer mask and erase out some areas just with a gradient, just very gentle transition. And when you've got a layer mask, anything that you make black will appear 100% transparent. Anything that you make white will be 100% opaque. And anything in between will be varying levels of transparency in between. Like a really light gray will be mostly opaque, but you can see just a little bit through it. Something that's like a dark gray will, be just a very faint shadow. Layer masks are also nice because they're a way to, if you saw me sometimes putting them on my inkings, it's a way to erase into something without losing the underdrawing. Like you can somewhat hide part of your drawing without losing it. And that's nice because you can then bring it back if you need to, or bring just part of it back if you need to. All right. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to just quickly fill this with a very vibrant color so I can see exactly what I did and see if I like it. Oh, hold on, that didn't work. Need to have the layer selected, not the layer mask. Okay, and that actually showed me that this one fin right here that I'm kind of circling, I would actually like more transparency to it. So I'm going to select this again on the layer mask layer and maybe do a stronger gradient drag. I'm going to fill it all in so I have a fresh start. And then I might start a little bit lower, so more of it. There we go. All right. Let's try that one more time. Yes, that is the correct amount of transparency. I'm going to apply the layer mask, and I now have the transparency that I wanted. I think I need to shade this now, though. Yeah, the shadows no longer match up at all. Okay. And one nice thing about multiply layers is that you can erase into them, like paint where the light is, or you can paint where the shadows are by adding to it. So I find it's easier to paint where the light is personally. It makes more sense to me, but the other way is equally valid. It's just whatever works best for, you know, your process and how you think about things. So I'm gonna shade this for a little while and I'll put the music back on. So looking at the little fiddly bits, one of the things that I need to do is add thumbs to this dragon. Earlier we were doing the live stream for this one and we added thumbs to this sort of leaping one because it made sense because they're lightning dragons, they might tinker a little bit, and thumbs are very useful for creating things and using tools, so we're adding them in. Unless we have some kind of weird sexual dimorphism where like only one of the sexes gets thumbs. But I think it makes more sense if they both would. All right. These are also very angular little claws. Well, with thumbs, they might even be hands. I might round some of this ink work out. It's all very harsh. Let's see what we can do here. It's harsh and it's got lots of little fragments. It's not very smooth. It's not simplified. I feel like this right here is a good opportunity to simplify some things and get some friendlier, more cartoony lines in here. Why is this not going down? I was just checking social media real quick to see if there was anybody asking questions about the stream. And there's this comment like, isn't it 2 a.m. in Endell's time zone? And I'm like, no, it's 3 a.m. I am Shadow Flight for a reason. I shun the light. generally speaking, live streams will probably not happen this late. But I figured I was in the mood to like fix these, and I know that people were interested in seeing like the drawing process, even though sometimes it's kind of painful how many times I redo things incorrectly. But I thought it would, I thought I'd stream it, even though it's really late. When we actually color in the Leaping Ancient, I will make sure to do it during more reasonable hours. Speaking of it being really late, I just did an amazing whoopsie. I was going to take this stream, the initial stream that we did in the afternoon, and the stream number 1 that we did in the afternoon, stream number 2 that we did in the evening, and then this late night stream, and stitch them together into a time lapse. So that way people wouldn't have to watch 3 videos just to see what happened with the new ancient breed. They could just like watch a 6 or 7 minute time lapse if they wanted to. And I'm noticing that I don't have the second video downloaded, and I'm noticing that the second video is no longer on the channel. And when you go to your YouTube studio and you hover over a video to download it, delete is right underneath it. And I think I deleted the video, the second one, because it's not on the channel anymore. And it's not in my downloads folder. So that's great. At least it didn't have a live chat. It's always sad when you lose the live chat. Sorry for anyone who didn't see the second video. It was me basically redrawing a hand for an hour and then finishing up the tail on the leaping breed. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be allowed anywhere near the YouTube interface. Right. So I'm going to see if I can recover that video or if it's just gone. There was nothing wrong with it. It had no incorrect songs. All right. I'm going to flip this. I wanted this toe to be smaller, and it's just looking bigger. I think I need to get rid of this little bump out here, and then figure it out from there. That is a broken toe. Hold on. There it is. That's the thumb. But I do feel like rounding these out was a good idea. Actually, I might round this little guy back here out a little bit too. The lines are just very chunky and not connecting nicely here. These are going to be viewed at 300 by 300 on the website, but it's still a little bit bothersome to me. Okay. If we put this there, then does that look okay? I don't like that divot. Let's take that out. All right. Now I think we need to get rid of some of these little extraneous lines in here and just have this kind of be shown through the shadow layer. These knuckles and whatnot. All right. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this next fix. It's another one of the tail spines. It's another one of these ribbons, these pieces of paper kind of folding back into space. The back set of tail spines is a lot, or the farther set of tail spines here, it's a lot shorter than the ones that kind of go along the outside. And I think I did this because the perspective wasn't working, and I thought that somehow by making them small it would make it correct. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think it's time to see what we can do about this. It's a minor thing, but if you zoom out and you like look at this area of the dragon here in the tail is really cluttered with little fiddly bits of detail, and it kind of draws your eye to it. It doesn't look correct. So we're gonna give this a shot. All right. And then actually after that, I might call it a night. My dog is giving me puppy dog eyes. He's saying, take me upstairs. He won't go to bed unless both me and Alex are upstairs. So he's a Velcro dog. So right now I'm using a layer mask to, oops, it would help if I was on the mask layer, to erase without deleting these lines that I don't think are working out. Oops. Oh no, I made a boo-boo somewhere along the line. I am seeing that my sketch has been merged with the foot, and it is all on one layer. I think I can save this. I'm just going to copy what I've got. Okay, I've confirmed that I have copied the changes. File, revert. How far back is this gonna take me? All right. Now if I turn everything off, and I hit Control-Shift-V, can I save? Oh wait, hold on. I know what I need to do. I need to grab the inks from here. Control-C, and then history, go back to before the revert. Layers. Aha! I think I have fixed this. Control-Shift-V. I now have the foot with the sketch not interfering. And I think I can just erase this to some degree of success. All right, let's see here. I'll just make this pink so I can see it. Oh, it's all merged together. All right, here we go. Just get rid of all of that. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, that fixed it. And we still have the work I just did. All right. Gonna relock that layer, make the inks black again, the lines black. It's kind of weird to call them inks when it's digital. The lines is probably the best word for it. All right. Any still good, horns are still good. Okay. Fins is the layer where everything gets messy. the colors I'm shading with, or the values I'm shading with, are creating an optical illusion where the base color layer of the fins are the same as the shadow color layer of the main body. So I think that that will be a little bit less prevalent when you are not in grayscale, but it's still bothering me a little bit. It doesn't look right. There we go. Where are my lines to fix this? Have I fixed everything? Oh, I wanted to smooth out these shadows that in this overly muscly leg here. We've been going to the dragon gym. I'm actually wondering, hold on, I'm going to mask out these just in case I want to bring them back, but I'm wondering if this is just going to look better all over smooth, like if trying to pop these muscles in is just creating weird shapes. All right. Like, what if I did take out all of that? I think the end result of pulling those out looks better, but it does create kind of a too wide area here. So I'm going to try a quick sketch here and see if we can just fix this up, make it look simple. Does that improve things? Maybe a little. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, and then after this, it's really time for bed. this. Flip this around. Yeah, I think I like that a little better. Let me disable the layer mask. Enable layer mask and pop that back in. It is creating a weird little U shape. Let me try this again. right, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I can zoom out a bit. There's still some corrections to be done to this leaping dragon. Namely, I want to see about this foot. We're kind of seeing like a 3/4 top-down view of it, and based on how it's jumping, it should probably be more like something closer to a side view, maybe not a true side view. So I think we need to look at that, and then this one might be good to make a template for. All right, so I hope everybody has a good evening, and thanks for stopping by.